My name is Julie Davis, but here at the studio I'm called JD because we have a Julie, so I'm JD. And outside of Tropicaleiza, I have a kids YouTube channel where I do children's book read aloud, arts and crafts, learning activities, that kind of stuff. I do music also. My YouTube name is called Juki Davy, and as Juki Davy, I go to like kids museums and kids events. I've been dancing since I was 2. Then I did competition dancing until I was 16, and then I started to do professional theater and I stopped. My last studio closed and I was like, well, where am I gonna go dance? I tried other studios and I didn't like them. I was just mainly kind of doing it to like keep up with my technique, but when I started up again back on Main Street, I kind of fell in love with it again. When Room to Dance, World to Dance first opened and they had their sampler down on Main Street, I went to it and I saw Afro Samba Mama's drumming. And I think I'm not the only one when I say that the drums called to me. And I was like, I have to do that. I have to do that. And right then and there, I don't know who I asked, but I was like, how do I get in that? What do I need to do? And they said, oh, we practice Thursdays, just show up. I was like, okay. And then I just stayed there. This was in January 2014. And then I think a few months later, maybe like in March or April or something, she was like, okay, you should come join us now. And I have been in Tropicaleiza since 2014.
Hi, my name's Nuri. I've been with Tropicaleiza for 2 years now. Honestly, at the time, I was just looking to dance. Like, it wasn't Julia's class specifically. I had just found the studio. I was just like in a rough time of my life, and I like found the dance studio. I literally was just taking every single class that was on the schedule, and so I just walked into her class. And what kept me there was like the high energy. Like, it was just like an easy way to not think about routine. I had just broken up with my boyfriend. I didn't have anywhere to live, so I ended up moving back in with my mom, where I was sleeping on the couch, and it was just a lot. I remember my first class, and Julie brings it up all the time. I was just like throwing myself on the floor, like nobody knew what was going on, but like what stood out to me at the time was that I kept getting like encouragement from you, from Julie. I had been taking class every Wednesday for like a year and a half. You can see the changes in my body and in my dancing. After that, Julie was like, you should do the apprenticeship. You told me to do the apprenticeship. It was just really inviting. Just from like real Tropicaleiza to the apprenticeship, it was like a real learning process. There's like a lot of like personal flares that Julie wants you to add, and so I think like having to find the energy and the space to do it for myself. Like a lot of the times I feel like at the beginning I had to coach out of me, and now I'm better at doing it, and I think that is like a result of the love.
My name is Tasha Peterson, wife of 27 years. We've got 4 kids, grandma of 1 year. I've been a preschool teacher for the last 20 years, and I'm on year 2 of being a PE assistant all the way out here in Virginia Beach. Over 50, still trying to dance. Hey, always dance, always dance. Can't remember a time not dancing. Fame was my dance teacher. Janet was my dance teacher. Paula Abdul was my dance teacher. Hey, tried out for the cheer squad in high school. Then I did 2 years as a cheerleader at RCC. And then 2 years I was a Los Angeles Rams cheerleader. After that, got married, had a baby, stopped dancing for almost maybe about 10, 15 years, stopped dancing. And then found Room to Dance, World to Dance, came in. And after that, been there ever since. I've not left. I have no idea how I got into Julie Simon's class. Not a clue. I don't remember looking on the roster going, I want to take that class. Julie's Peacock Magic pulled me in, osmosis. I have no idea how I got her class, got in it. But once I started taking it, it worked well with my body. My mind loved it. Everything about Julie's class, I just loved it. I loved her energy. I loved how you can just dance, be fast, be a good dancer, but put some showmanship in it as well. You can be a so-so dancer, but if you point your finger like you're going somewhere, you could just be like a great dancer. I remember watching Tropicaleiza when I taught at the studio. You guys were already rehearsing in the morning before I got there, and just watching you guys and going, wow, they're so good. The diversity was amazing. It was just really beautiful to see all the different shades in their dancing. And I was like, I can never be a part of that. I'm not that good of a dancer or anything like that. Kind of watched from afar and admired from afar. From there, she called me one day and she said, I want you. She's like, I want you for 2 shows. I just stayed on for I think like 7, 8 years. When Julie called me and said, I want you. And then we talked for a few minutes and I got off the phone and I said, Ted, Julie wants me to dance. She wants me. And I had like little tears running down my face. I never thought I could do something like that. Very honored and very humbled that Julie saw something in me that she wanted.
Oh, it was intimidating. I mean, here are this beautiful group of women that had this energy and this way that they carried themselves and this friendliness and this sisterhood, and I've never seen that before. And I was scared out of my mind, really, but something attracted me to it that I just couldn't, like, I wanted to be a part of it so badly. Growing up in the competition dance, it's competitive. Although, like, you're dancing with like your friends or whatever, it was a lot less about being a team, being a family. You have like the pressure and the anxiety of trying to do your best and trying to be a better dancer than you were yesterday. In Tropicaleiza, it was more about expressing yourself and the community and the sisterhood within Tropicaleiza and creativity. Just a completely different side of what I knew dance was, what dance should be. I think it has affected me more than anything in life. It's like when I think about who I was, just getting into Tropicaleiza when I was 19, but I was still a girl. I was a young girl. I didn't know what life was, and I was still learning how to take this kind of form of expression, the dancing, the drumming, the sisterhood, the love, and how I can make that be a part of me. Like, I can really say to myself today that I love myself so much. I probably love myself more than anything or anyone loves me. I am just so comfortable in my own body, in my own skin, in my own personality. And I was not like that. Like, I did not like myself 10 years ago when I was a kid. And I used to tell Julie Simon I do this because it feels like therapy. I come and I dance and I sweat and I exert myself and I drum and I feel powerful. I feel supported. I feel released. I feel free.
I feel like Tropicaleiza is like a really social group. It's still intimidating, but I think it's easier, like, surrounded by being equally as expressive towards each other and towards other people in the comfort of your sisters. It has made it easier. Everyone's such a lover girl, and everyone has like such different personalities. You have the space to be yourself. Love is like a very powerful thing, but it's hard to receive when you feel like you don't have it. And I think like we just like carry and share and express love in different forms with each other. Like, it feels like a transfer of energy. Like, you feel the drumming through your whole body. You feel your drumming in the drum. When I look to Sofsky on my right and we're laughing at each other, like when I look at Julie and she's like like, it's just like very powerful. Like, it's a transfer of energy from all angles.
I was getting ready to quit my first show because it was a full-on 30-minute show and I had to learn all of it within like a week. I was like, I'm out, I'm done, I'm not doing it. Getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to be at rehearsal at 7 when it was cold. I think because it was hard and we were able to overcome it and do it, it was something in me that, wow, I can do this. I can accomplish something that was hard, and I did it. Might not have been perfect or, the best, but I did it. Because I always wanted to be a dancer growing up. So this was kind of like my chance to not be afraid, to be able to dance and make something up and look at each other and not have the same routine all the time. I love looking at you towards the end and jamming with you and Julie and JD. I just love like finding those moments.
I don't like really see myself as like a really feminine girly. I was like, I have two older brothers. Like, I'm just not like the girliest girl. Like, I do feel girly, but like that's the thing. Tropicaleiza doesn't have like one specific way to be a woman. Like, Tropicaleiza is all about finding who you are as a person and then embodying that, and then being able to like speak as that woman for yourself and for others. Giving yourself the space to receive love, to give love, like help a friend if they need help, to be the one who's willing to accept help. You don't need to be like that woman because you have whatever you need inside of you already. Like, we're not looking for perfect, we're looking for you. And that's what Julie says, that's what you say, that's what we all say. Like, that's the love in the room. And like, once you give yourself the space to like claim that, it's so true, because that's like when the prettiest parts of somebody come out, is when you're like truly just reflecting your inner self.
I think we're all okay with being, I don't want to say girly. It was not an excuse, but it was a vehicle to just be more feminine. I'm not so much sexy, which is okay, but to be feminine. Like, I am a woman. I got these curves, lumps, we got all this stuff. We're like women that care about each other, and we're like our own little tribe. So we take care of each other as like maybe a mother or a sister. There's aunties or a best friend, and our roles changed. I don't think we were always the same all the time. Of course, Julie was like the mother, peacock of all of us. I felt like we were just like a little group, and we could take care of each other, and we didn't really need any outside sources for that. And I think Julie, we all did it, but it's good to have a strong leader, though. It's good to have a strong leader that has discernment.
You don't really find this kind of sisterhood, this kind of support anywhere else. In Tropicaleiza, you have every single type of person, different backgrounds, different sizes, different religions, different everything, and yet we come together as a group and accept one another, and we are all equals, and we come together and create something beautiful, and we can be ourselves. We hope to share that beauty with other people and spread what we feel when we are in Tropicaleiza, which is acceptance, freedom. You know, anything that makes you stand out from the rest of the crowd is accepted, shows you can be a powerful force being yourself. Besides the dancing and the drumming and all of those other things that have obviously transformed my life, I think that's the number one thing that has changed me, that I'll always have with me, that keeps me coming back to Tropicaleiza. I see myself being in this group when I'm like 70. I think about that all the time. I'm like, I just have to keep going. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to stop, I guess. I just have to keep doing it. And so I just can't.
Well, I've been out here for a full year in Virginia Beach. I mentioned when I was out there a few months back about how special Salt is. It is a special, special place. It's not everywhere. For Julie to have a studio and bring adults in and bring this community in, that's not everywhere. It's so rare. And I haven't really found that out here in Virginia Beach. To stay grounded with you guys and to stay connected with you, I do fly out there about every 3 months. I watch all the videos. So I do Julie sequence 1, 2, 3. I'll find like a little corner in the gym and people are looking at me like, what is she doing? When you're in something like Tropicaleiza, we 3-4 days a week. We're dancing 2-3 hours, and I did it for like 7-8 years. You know you're in it, and it's great, and it's wonderful. And you think it's just going to keep continuing. Because I just thought I was going to be the grandma in Massachusetts house in California, and that's where I was going to stay. I was going to dance with you guys. But then when the realization came that I left, I'm like, wow, I don't have that community out here. You have to be comfortable with yourself. Even if you're not comfortable with who you are. If you feel like you're a little awkward and you don't know what you're doing, that's okay too. Being able to talk to your sisters, ask for help, be open about who you don't think you are maybe, and we can kind of help guide you and have fun. It's okay to be fun too. Be fun, be silly. It's okay to be serious. You don't have to be like Tasha and be silly. If your thing is hardcore or being quiet, unapologetically, you be that. Being comfortable in who you are and being comfortable with not being comfortable and going through the process and knowing that your sisters are there with you to help you figure things out. When you donate to Tropicaleiza, you are donating to maybe a person with a big dream that doesn't know that they have a big dream yet. And we pull somebody, we see somebody that has potential that they don't see in themselves, and we give them a scholarship and they take an intensive or they come take dance classes for free and they find that they're able to express themselves in a way that they never thought, do something that they never thought they could do. There's people that never thought they could be a dancer or even try dancing. And when you give them a scholarship to try dance, it can open up a whole nother thing. They can be writers, they can be singers, they can be a musician and play drums. So when you donate to Tropicaleiza, I mean, we took us to Europe, and so many people in Germany found something in themselves that they never thought they could find. Like one lady in Germany was saying how she was having a bad day, and playing the drums made her feel so much better. So we were able to take what we had in Riverside, California, and take it to Erlangen in Germany and help somebody that needed it. So when you donate, you don't know how far it's going to go and who it's going to go to, but it's going to go to a really wonderful, beautiful cause.